ready, because you're now listening to Water Cooler Talk. Covering everything sports and sports news. From the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, the pros, the collegiate level, and everything in between. If it's about sports, then we're about it. So keep it locked to the absolute coolest podcast. Now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, ladies and gentlemen, the coolest podcast in your ear. My name is Nick Frazier, and the other person you hear or you see him, tell them who you are, boss.
Marcus Fitzpatrick, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. When you hear our voice, you know it's Wednesday, and we're around the water cooler giving our perspective on sports. Marcus, how you doing today, boss?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Just got out of work. How you feeling, bro?
Feel great. I feel great. I feel okay. I'm gonna say that. I feel okay, man. Excited.
How you great? Okay.
I feel okay. I feel great. I feel okay. I'm excited. Everything's going great. You know, this is how it is, man. Just how it is, man. I'm excited, man. This is gonna be a great show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. We got a great show for y'all today, man. We always have a great show for you, whether y'all think it is or not. We always have a great show. Oh man, we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk a little wild card weekend this past weekend, man. We're gonna talk some of the young guns in the NFL. We're gonna talk about some teams that just didn't live up to the hype as well. And then of course, you know, we gotta talk about that one man. Well, it was actually two men that stole the news, but we're gonna talk about one of them this week. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all so much, man. If you're watching us right now, please make sure that you're subscribing, make sure that you're liking, make sure that you're sharing the video, and make sure you're using the hashtag WCTPod if you're watching us, man. If you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, I see a lot of y'all viewing our page on TikTok. You get a lot of engagement on TikTok, but you're not following. Hit the follow button on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. If you're on Twitter and X, follow us on CoolestPod23, at CoolestPod23 on Twitter or X. And then, of course, on Facebook, man, follow us at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook, man. Marcus, are you ready for this, man?
Let's get into it.
The game is set. The teams are ready. It's time for us to go ahead and get this thing rocking and rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what comes first. We're going into the first quarter. Let's go. Let's go.
It's now time for the first quarter.
Woo, we are in the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for being listeners, and thank y'all so much for those that are watching us on YouTube. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Marcus.
Yes, sir.
This past weekend, man, was a wild card weekend. Man, it was a very interesting weekend, man. We had a couple of games that went down to the wire, and we had some games that was just like, what is going on with these teams? What's happening? Marcus, what is your assessment of this past weekend of the wild card weekend that we just saw? Give me your assessment.
The AFC teams handle business. The NFC teams drop the ball.
Ooh.
Teams
Drop
came
the
out.
ball. Wow.
Teams came out, and honestly, they were who I thought they were.
No, stop that. Stop that.
I told you.
Stop that.
I wasn't excited about Dallas into the playoffs. I said, Dallas do this every season. Let's wait to get in the playoffs. And what I said, Philly been playing with leads all year. I've been telling you that. Come on, bro. Let's stop that now.
Nah, you sat here and said last week, if Philly get it together, they can win the Super Bowl. You said that last week.
No, that's how you played me in that clip. If you go back before you said all of that, you threw out a scenario. You said if it's Dallas and Philly or if it's Dallas and Detroit. I said let's be clear. If Philly is good enough to get to the NFC Championship, they're going to the Super Bowl because that means they peaked at the right time. That means they got everything together at the right time.
Y'all see my face, right? Y'all see my face, right?
Yeah, I see your face too.
Y'all see my face. I hope the fans see my face right now. Because that is all bold-faced lie. That man sat here and said,
you can go back and watch the show.
that man sat here and said, he sat here and said,
that was the clip that you took.
He sat here and said, that man said, because you know what? It was messed up on me in the beginning. It was messed up on me too, because I sat here and said that Dallas was tough at home.
Losing Arlington, exactly.
I said that.
Against the Packers.
I said that. And they got mollywopped by the Packers. And this man sat here and said, if Philly can get right, they can win the Super Bowl. Boy.
That was speaking to
they got blowed out. Philly got blowed out.
NFC Championship.
And my whole point. You know what? You want to know how I know that ain't right? You want to know how I know that ain't right? Because I've been saying for the past 5 weeks, Philly is something wrong with Philly. I've been saying that. I've been saying something's wrong with Philly and they can't get right. I've been saying for the past 5 weeks, something ain't right.
All you have to do is go back and play the footage. We have it. It's recorded.
You're right. It is recorded. It is recorded. It is recorded.
You play a clip. Go back and listen to the whole scenario.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Here we go with what?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. He don't want to. He want to say. I sat here and said, I don't even know. Wait a minute. I gotta go back and listen to that. I gotta go back and listen to that clip.
Spoke to the reference that you said.
Okay, for the listeners, what was the reference that I said that you're saying that I said? What's the reference?
You were speaking to. You said, if Dallas get to the NFC Championship, they could be playing. You were saying, you're just speaking in terms. You're like, well, they could be playing a Detroit, or they could be playing a Philly. And I was like, well, let's be clear right now. I said, if Philly gets it together enough to make it to the NFC Championship, that means they got themselves together. I said that means they peaked at the right time.
If I'm not mistaken,
going to the Super Bowl.
If I'm not mistaken,
they have the roster to go to the Super Bowl.
If I'm not mistaken, I literally sat here and said I'm reluctantly picking the Eagles to win that game because of what Tampa Bay had. I'm pretty sure I said that because for the past 5 weeks, I've been saying the Philadelphia Eagles has a problem that's been going on, and I hope that going into the no, I'm not done because I let you talk. I'm talking like Stephen A. now. I let you talk. Now, what I said was, I said going in the past 5 weeks, the Philadelphia Eagles have had some stuff going on and something is wrong with the team. I said I thought Jalen Hurts was hurt and there was an injury that he has not had. That he has not made public. You said something about the finger. I said, yeah, the finger was messed up. But I said, I thought there was something else that was going on in the team. That's the reason why they messed up. And I said, well, I'm reluctantly picking the Eagles to win this game because of how everything is going. And then you said, well, let's be clear. Because of the Eagles roster, the way the Eagles are messed up, you said on talent alone, the Eagles should beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I agree with that, Nick. I agree with that. We're talking about Nick.
No. I'm making the point. I'm making the point. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen. Because you're talking about the prediction part of the game. Those are two different segments. I agree with that, Nick. I said that. I agree with that. I stand by that. I agree with that. I'm talking to the point. You were speaking on the show. If you go back and listen, you were talking hypothetically. And that's where the clip came from. Because I said, hypothetically, if they do get themselves right, that means they peaked at the right
time. But I never put the Eagles in a hypothetical situation of being in the NFC Championship game. You said if they go to the championship, and I said, and my response to that was if they play Dallas in Dallas, they won't. Now, I'm wrong because Dallas got mollywopped by Green Bay this past weekend, and neither one of them in the playoffs right now. That's what I said. If
we want to go back, we can play the clip. We have our phones right here, Nick.
Play it. Play the clip. I want to hear this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I want to hear this. Actually, we can put this in post production if you want to. We can go find the clip and put it in post. But he want to put it on the show right now. Let's go put it on the show right now. But anyway, Wild Card Weekend was wild. While Marcus is trying to find the clip, y'all probably can hear that in the background. Wild Card Weekend was a wild weekend. A lot of teams happened. The Bills won. They won 31-17 against the Steelers. Hey, speaking of that, did you see Mike Tomlin walk out when they asked him about the contract? Midway through the question, it was like, Coach, you have 1 year left on your contract. That man dipped out. He dipped out the press. He dipped out the press at the press briefing. Hilarious. Let's see. The Kansas City-Miami game. Kansas City-Miami game. Kansas City Chiefs have a problem. Watching that game, I think the Kansas City Chiefs have a problem. And it's not what y'all think I'm about to say. It's not wide receiver play because the wide receivers played pretty decently in the game. When the Kansas City Chiefs get in the red zone, they can't score. They can't score if they are 10 yards in away from the red zone. Excuse me. They can't score. They can't score. Can't score. They went and I believe the stat was the Kansas City Chiefs went in the red zone 6 times and only came out with 2 touchdowns. That's not good, man. That's not good. That's not good. So I think the Kansas City Chiefs have to find a way to manufacture some points in the end zone, manufacture touchdowns, and not get field goals when they get in the red zone. Marcus, have you found a clip? Marcus ain't saying nothing because he's still trying to find a clip, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to find a clip. But trust me, if y'all listen to the show or y'all watch the show, go back to that and tell us what y'all think, what y'all heard, and let us know. Let us know what you got going on with that. Marcus, quick question. How surprised were you that the Texans beat the Browns?
Hey, I was stunned.
I wasn't. I wasn't.
No. I'm not gonna say I was stunned. I was stunned in the fashion that it happened. I thought they would lose, but a blowout against the number 1 defense in total yards, that was shocking. He made them look like, woo.
That's what he made him look like.
Yeah.
He made him look like that. That's what he made him look like. Bruh, man. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Let's be real. Let's be real. What was it? 45-14 with the final score. 2 of those touchdowns you have to credit to the defense. I think 2 pick sixes in that game. But still, for the Texans offense to put up 31 points, it's amazing, man. And for them to hold the Browns to 14, it's amazing. That's amazing. CJ Stroud has arrived. He's arrived. And I don't want people saying that I didn't say this, but I did say this at the beginning of the season. I'm just bigger on Bryce Young. I did say that CJ Stroud was probably one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. I did say that. Go back and look at one of the first few episodes we did. I compared both, and I just put more emphasis on Bryce Young. I did do that, but I did say CJ Stroud was probably a top 10 quarterback at that time. It is what it is, man. The Detroit Lions get a playoff win.
Hey, shout out to you. If they make it, you call that. I ain't gonna cap about that one. I give you that one.
Hallelujah. No, I'm just playing. I just think Detroit got a good game. They almost gave it away. They almost gave it away at the end. I ain't gonna lie. They almost gave it away at the end. But Detroit will host another playoff game this weekend against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting the first playoff win, first home playoff win, excuse me. First playoff win in 30 years, since 1991. Man, Detroit was rocking. Detroit was live. Man, it's great. It's great to see that, man. I'm excited for Detroit. I think Detroit has a real chance of making it to the I'm gonna put it like this. I think Detroit makes it to the NFC Championship game. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think they get past Tampa Bay, and I think they make it to the NFC Championship game. I think they do. I think Detroit makes it to the NFC Championship game, and I think that. Well, I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think Green Bay has a chance against the San Francisco 49ers?
They shouldn't, but he showed last week that he can do something.
Jordan Love that deal, dog. Jordan
Yeah,
Love that
he
deal.
showed last week that he might be emerging in something. So
But see,
I'm not gonna count him out.
the thing about that though is, that's a team full of first and second year players too. Like there is like I don't think I think the stat that I read was or that I saw on television when I was watching it, or I probably read this, was that I think all of the receivers were first or second year players. And this is Jordan Love's first year full-time starter. This is gonna be something serious. Those guys are gonna be great, man. If they can keep that chemistry going in Green Bay got something for the long haul. That is the premier franchise in the NFL. Because they get it right all the time with quarterbacks. They haven't missed so far. Green Bay has not missed on quarterbacks. You go from Brent Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now potentially Jordan Love with basically what he's showing. They haven't missed on quarterback so far. But we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. That's the first quarter of the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed that. We're trying to make it interesting. We're trying to make it fun. Hope y'all like that. Let us know what you think. Marcus, are you ready to go ahead and move to the second quarter?
Yeah, I'm still investigating.
He's still trying to find this clip, ladies and gentlemen. When he find it, I'm pretty sure he's going to try to play it. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I'm right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead. Let's move to the second quarter.
Now entering the second quarter.
Whoo, man, we are now in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all sharing, liking, and subscribing to the video and to the podcast using the hashtag WCT Pod. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter if you're still on there at CoolersPod23, and on Facebook, follow us on our Facebook page at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. Man, thank y'all. Shout out to y'all for that, man. All right, man, let's go. Let's head into the second quarter with the topic, man. The Cowboys, the Eagles. Come on, dog. Come on, bruh. Like, what is up, man? What is going on with these teams, man? The Cowboys got blasted at home against the Green Bay Packers. And actually, it wasn't the score isn't even indicative to how close to how much of a blowout it was. And then the Eagles just get blown out the water by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Marcus, give me your thoughts on this, man. You watched the games, or you probably saw some of it. What you thinking?
It was horrible. It was those guys are who we thought they were, man. It's just,
and they let them off the hook.
I hate to say it about them. I knew it was gonna happen. I'm like Stephen A. in this one. I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm watching the game. I'm like, bro, look, it it's so crazy because you said that he might shock some people, and he really shocked they whole team.
Who you talking about? You talking about Jordan Love?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought Jordan Love would come out and make it interesting against the Cowboys. I didn't expect him to go out there and to dominate the Cowboys the way he did. I also expected Dak. Well, I don't even know if you could put this on Dak. I mean, well, Dak and CD were not in sync at the beginning of the game. They really weren't at all. They were not in sync at the game in the first half at all. They weren't connecting on anything. I think it was 27-10 at halftime or 27-7, whatever the score was or something like that. The Cowboys just did not look like themselves, man. And I praise the Cowboys for always being a team that's dominant at home. Like, it's hard to beat the Cowboys at home. I think before last night, they had won 16 straight games at home. 16 to 17 straight games at home. The Cowboys won. And I was like, man, when you go to Arlington, Texas, and you play the Cowboys, man, you got to be ready to go. And they did not come ready to play against them boys on Sunday. We'll play the clip in the post game. I ain't got to play it right now because we on a whole different topic right now. But the thing is,
actually, Nick, the reason why that came about is because you were talking about Dallas.
That's what I said. I said Dallas is hard. I'm saying the same thing I said then. I said Dallas is hard to play at home.
You're actually making this same point. The reason why I got on this.
That's what I'm saying. And that was my argument in the first quarter. I said Dallas is a hard team to play at home. And I said I was wrong because Green Bay went in there and blasted them this past weekend. That was what I said.
On the clip, when you spoke on it, you said if Dallas can get these 2 games at home, and they get in, I told DJ, it was back when DJ was on the episode.
Okay.
This is what your words were.
Mm-hmm.
Said this is what I said. Back when DJ was on the episode, if Dallas can get these 2 games at home and get into the NFC Championship,
they will make the Super Bowl.
Then you said that's why I said this came up hypothetically, like I was speaking to.
No, I said they would make the Super Bowl. I never brought the Eagles into it. I never brought the Eagles into it.
You go back to the timestamp of 1 hour and 1 second on the show.
Okay.
You said if Philly, you said pertaining to the Eagles and Bucks game, whoever can get out of that. Then you said if Dallas can get a home game against the Detroit Lions or the Eagles, you said they're going to the Super Bowl. And I said, let's get this clear. If the Eagles get it together enough, they're going to the Super Bowl. I said enough to make the NFC Championship. That means they peaked at the right time and they're going to the Super Bowl. Exactly like I said in the beginning.
That is.
So you can go.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
we will let Marcus have that. We will let Marcus have that argument. Okay, whatever. But it's not. That's not. I said if the Lions, basically what you saying, I said if the Lions or the Eagles can get out, I said.
I told you in the beginning. You wanted to argue. You started this.
Bro, but my whole point was Dallas. I was talking about Dallas. I was saying Dallas at home, the same one. And then you came in here and told me something. Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Dallas should, on talent alone, beat Tampa Bay. Dallas on talent alone should beat Tampa Bay. Oh, now we want to get back to the topic. Well, we do need to get back to the topic because we on the timestamp. We do need to get back to the topic. We on timestamp. But the Cowboys, man, the Cowboys got blasted. And I said this. I said the Cowboys was on a 16-17 game win streak before this loss to the Green Bay Packers. And I said, man, the got to be more the Cowboys. If you go to Arlington, Texas, and play the Cowboys in Arlington, you got to come with your A game. And they just proved me wrong this past weekend because the Packers came in that thing, and the Packers just dominated from start to finish. The Packers dominated.
How did you not know that they were choke artists? They've been choke artists since me and you.
But this the thing,
bro. Since they won their last championship.
But this the thing, though. This the thing. The way you felt about the Eagles on talent alone beating the Bucks, I felt that the Cowboys on talent should have beaten the Packers.
I get you.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I felt. And the fact of the matter that you going to Arlington and the Cowboys are just a tough team to play at home. I was expecting the Cowboys to come in that thing and at least win by 10. 10 to 14 points is what I thought they would win by. But I was not expecting.
It was theirs to take. It
wasn't. Not Jordan. Jordan Love came out that thing.
Like you said,
Jordan Love came out that thing and dominated.
No. I'm speaking to the fact of what you said though. They had a great regular season home record, and they get the first 2 games at home in January. They supposed to win that.
They were supposed to, but they didn't.
All the team. You don't hear about no. Dak ain't injured. CeeDee Lamb ain't injured. Michael Parsons, you didn't hear about him being injured.
Actually, Michael Parsons is injured. He was injured. Before the game. He was.
Okay.
But I mean,
that was why he was a no-show.
Yeah, he had 16 quarterback hurries and 16 rushes and 1 quarterback hurry the whole game. I don't think he had a sack at all in the game.
2 tackles.
Yeah, 2 tackles or something like that. He wasn't himself at all. Himself. Yeah, Cowboys, man, they are who we thought they are. That's the real. They are who we thought they are. And Jerry Jones crying at the end of the game was kind of funny. I ain't even gonna lie, because a lot of this is his fault. He needs to low key. Jerry Jones needs to step away from being the president and GM and just be an owner. Just be an owner.
Well,
man.
what he go? I'm just saying, what he gonna do at that point?
Sit back and count the $13.5 billion that he has. What else he gonna do? Dog, if you got that much money, man, you can find something to do. You can find something to do.
Hey, so my question to you is, what happens? Because we've been arguing about him all the show. So what do the Eagles go from here?
I don't know where the Eagles go. Jason Kelce didn't retire. He didn't announce he's retiring. So now your center gone. And I made this point a couple of shows back. I said when Kelce leaves, that offensive line is gonna suffer. The offensive line is gonna suffer.
What about AJ Brown?
AJ Brown was hurt. He was hurt.
But he unfollowed the whole team, everything Philadelphia on all his social media.
I saw that report. I saw what he unfollowed, like the whole team and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Eagles are in a weird situation. You go from being up against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and then having a heroic effort by Patrick Mahomes to come back and win the game, to being kicked out in the wild card weekend before the division round. Something ain't right, man. Something is not right with the Eagles. Something has changed. Is it a head coaching change? I know a lot of the narratives right now in the media is Nick Sirianni needs to be fired or something like that, or whatever it is. Yeah. I still think that Jalen Hurts was hurt. I think Jalen Hurts got hurt at some point in time, and there was an injury that was not reported or widely known to the public of him being hurt, because he just did not look like himself at all. And
you think that news would come out right now, though?
If it did, wouldn't that be kind of like
trying to get up out of
if it would, I don't know if that was a weak, I don't know if that would be a weak move, but if it did come out right now, it'll be like, okay, this is the reason why, because he been hurt. And okay,
I just say this, Nick, you seen it the whole time. That's all I say. If it came out,
I mean, I don't think it's gonna come. I don't think it'll come out. That's just me speculating. I don't think it'll come out at all. But and he may not have been hurt.
Season ending injuries come out. That one should come out.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, though. I will tell you that. But man, I think the offensive line is about to suffer, because the anchor of that line, it's reported that he told all the teammates at the end of the game that he's retiring, that this was it.
You seen him crying at the end.
Yeah, he was crying at the end. Yeah, he was crying. The dapping up Philly fans.
I was like, oh, he done. He going to the shed.
It's been real. This man came back to try to win another Super Bowl after it was reported he was going to retire last year. I am under the impression that if Philadelphia would have won the Super Bowl last year, you would not have seen Jason Kelce this year. I am under that impression.
Walking away.
He would have walked away a champion. But, you know, he tried to come back and do it one more time, and now he like, man, y'all can have that. I'm gonna go and do these. I'm gonna go do this podcast thing with my brother. I ain't gonna lie, they got a dope podcast. Their podcast dope, man. Shout out to them. Man, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. We just got through the first half, man. That was an electrifying first half, in the words of The Rock. It's the people, the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all so much. Marcus, how you feeling so far?
Man, I'm pumped, bro. You got me hype. I ain't raised my voice in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Water Cooler Talk podcast, and we try to bring y'all entertaining content. We want y'all to listen. We want y'all to hear. We're trying to beat this thing. Let's go into halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Get on out your seats. It's halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's time. I don't even got to introduce you no more. Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media, and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life, from college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star-studded. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we're going to keep playing it because he's been a day one supporter of the podcast from Well, they won. I said it already. But shout out to our guy DJ, man. Go follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Shout out to our guy. Go mess with the people that mess with the Water Cooler Talk podcast. DJ, we thank you. Got to get you back on the pod soon. We already know you're coming, but we got to get you back. Appreciate you. One love. Oh, man, we back, man. We in halftime right now, Marcus. Marcus.
Yes, sir.
It's being reported that Bill Belichick interviewed with the Atlanta Falcons.
Pump fake move. He ain't going to. If he go there, that'd be crazy to me.
How? Atlanta got a bunch of young talent. They just need a quarterback. They need a quarterback, but they got some talent down there.
I agree, but I don't see him going to Atlanta.
Okay, where do you see him going in? What do you think? What do you think the best fit is for Bill Belichick right now?
The Chargers.
That's Jim Harbaugh.
I know who it is. I'm just saying. You asked me who the best fit. I think the Chargers. I think he needs to go to an AFC team because he knows the lay of the land, and I feel like he needs to go to a team where he has a quarterback that he can put in a game managed situation.
Like Tom Brady. We supposed to be having a debate this week, but so much stuff happened. We'll have it next week, ladies and gentlemen, or one of these weeks to come. It's coming. Trust me. I'm preparing for that one. Anyway, so you saying you think the Chargers are the best fit for Bill Belichick?
Definitely.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Okay, so how many openings we got in the NFL? We got the Panthers, the Falcons, Chargers, Raiders, Commanders. Who else? It's another team. It's another team. I'm missing a team.
Did you say the Panthers?
Yeah. Say the Panthers. Yeah. Panthers, Falcons, Raiders, Chargers, Commanders. Those are the 5. It's another team. It's another team. It has to be another team. Anyway, I don't know. Seahawks. Yeah, that's right. Seahawks. 6. Seahawks. I kind of like him in Atlanta. Bill Belichick in hot Atlanta. Imagine Bill Belichick in Magic City.
What?
Imagine Bill Belichick in Magic City, bro. That'll be hilarious. Or Follies. Imagine it. Just imagine. Imagine it, bro.
Boy, that right there would be.
That'd be legendary. That'd be legendary. That'd be legendary.
Ain't gonna be in there with Frank Walker. Hey, bro.
Boy, you funny, boy. You crazy with that one. He might be, though. He might be.
He might be at a ski game.
He might be. Why you playing? He'll take the trip down 85. He'll take the trip down 85 South. He'll take the trip down 85 South. Bruh. Bill Belichick come to Tuskegee. Bruh.
Hey, Frank, who y'all playing this weekend? I'm go down there with you.
Bill Belichick at Tuskegee University homecoming. Oh, man, that'll be lit. That'll be lit. Bill Belichick at Tuskegee University homecoming? Come on, dog. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that ain't 5. That ain't 5. That'll be 5. That'll be 5.
That'll be 5.
Nah, I ain't gonna. And in other sad news, ladies and gentlemen, this is personal to me and to Marcus as well. Coach O'Neal is leaving Booker T. Washington High School, and he's going to Tallahassee to be their new head coach.
I knew it. He a talented guy, man.
He from real town. That ain't talented. That's real. It's real. He from real town. Real town. Come on, man.
Though, but I understand. What you're saying, but they right next.
They are right next door.
Tomato, tomato.
Man, I'm so upset right now, man.
You go across the bridge, you know where you at.
Got to be more careful, man. Oh, man, y'all don't know how much that makes me upset, man. I am.
Hey, Nick, time to dust out the old resume. Don't put it in there.
As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna speak it into existence. I'm gonna speak it into existence, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going back. I'm getting a master's degree in coaching and philosophy. So, hey, if y'all see me on the sidelines one day, Just remember, I'm still gonna be doing the Water Cooler Talk podcast, but still remember. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Man, let's you know what? That makes me upset because we had 3 great years and we could have got so many more great years with Coach O'Neal, but hey, move and you learn. Move on to bigger and better things. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard the stadium. Y'all heard the crowd go crazy. The teams are back out of the tunnel. The teams are back on the field. They ready to go. It's time for us to go ahead. Let's head into the second half. Let's go to the third quarter.
We've now entered the third quarter.
Man, we in the third quarter right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here at the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you share the video. And make sure you use the hashtag WTTPod. We're trying to get it off the ground as well, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. On Instagram and TikTok, like I said earlier, I see a lot of engagement on TikTok. I see you looking at the page, and I see you looking, but you're not following. Follow the page, man. Show us some love, man. Hey, man, follow us on Twitter if you're still on there at CoolersPod23. And on Facebook, man, follow the Facebook page at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. Let's get into the third quarter, man. We got the young guns, man. The young guns. Stroud and Love, bruh. Stroud and Love. Would you say they are the top young quarterbacks in the NFL right now? Besides Bryce Young, but go ahead. You can laugh all you want. 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 Bryce Young's still the top. He's still the top. He's still the top.
I do agree with that. Stop. I would agree with the Stroud and Love take. Yes, I definitely agree. They're playing like it, bro. Like, so, like, who else would you say? A rookie coming in, putting up almost over 300 yards against the number 1 defense. Then you got Love coming in after sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. So you know, I like that. But then you come in and you think he don't have no real true number 1 receiver. Who is he throwing the ball to?
You can't say a real true number 1. These guys probably are true number 1s. They just young. They just not. They just nobody knows who they are.
No disrespect. It's no disrespect, but I say true number 1. But no, I should say no proven number 1.
Okay.
No proven number 1. So you know, he's shocking the world. So I cannot disagree with that take. Stroud and Young minus Bryce Young.
Man, Bryce Young ain't that thing, bro. You said it right, Stroud and Young. Good job, baby. Good job, baby. Oh, Bryce Young, we coming back, baby. We coming back.
Love.
Bryce Young, baby, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You know, Bryce Young gonna win comeback player of the year next year.
In the game right now.
Bryce Young gonna win comeback player of the year next year. Watch this. Gonna win comeback. All the mess that he went through this year in Carolina, he gonna win.
Winning in 2 years in a row.
Bro, did he even play for real this year? Let's be real. Let's be real.
The only time he got in was this game. This is the only time I seen him in this playoff.
That's what I said. I said I ain't seen DeMar Hamlin play all year, bro. They nervous. They a little nervous. I think they're nervous. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills cut him at the end of the season. That'd be so heartbroken if they do that. I did not mean to say that. I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that.
We do not sponsor what he just said.
I did not mean to say that. I mean that would be so sad.
He's been running out all year.
That would be so sad if they cut him at the end of the season.
Stuff, bro. I don't know what's going on with Nick today. He on that juicy.
First off, I'm always hyped and I'm always serious. I'm in the process, like Nick Saban says. I'm in the process. I have a process, ladies and gentlemen. We have a standard here that we have to go above. The standard is here. I'm here. That's where we at. Anyway, but nah, man. It's I think CJ Stroud is I don't know if people are looking at CJ Stroud and they like, wow, this is something new. He's been doing this for like 3 years now. Definitely did it at Ohio State. He was a Heisman Trophy finalist 2 years in a row. And hindsight is 2020. I think he should have won the year Caleb Williams won. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. Had a better team. He had a better record than Caleb Williams did. And he was literally a field goal away from being in a national championship game and beating Georgia. And Ohio State would have played TCU, and Ohio State could have been the national champions. I pull that back. CJ Stroud probably was the most. I mean, if you're going back and looking at it, it was between him and Bryce Young, who were the most NFL ready quarterbacks to play right away. I think CJ Stroud got into a better system than Bryce Young did, and it showed. It showed this year. And it really wasn't all on him this year for real. He had a great defense behind him as well that got him out of a lot of games as well too, and things of that nature. But Stroud is definitely going to be here to stay. I was watching Unc and Ocho
late night podcast.
Nightcap. Yeah, that's it. Nightcap. And Ocho made a statement that I agree with. He was like, CJ Stroud is literally playing like a 10-year vet right now. And he's a rookie. And I can't disagree with that statement at all. He's correct. The way CJ Stroud, the way they have broken the system down for him and he's able to digest it, man, they are setting this man up for success down the road. And it's going to make it, and what they're doing is they are making it an attractive destination for free agents to come and want to play with him. And that's what's going to make the Texans a problem for the next 10 to 11 years. And if they keep doing that, if they keep that up, the Texans are going to be a problem in the AFC.
Who has the higher ceiling?
Between
That's
Jordan
what we
Love
wanna
and Stroud, between Jordan Love and between CJ Stroud and Jordan Love.
Yep.
I
Who
think
becomes
the
Tom
higher
Brady, who
ceiling,
becomes
the higher
Peyton
ceiling.
Manning?
You said the higher ceiling.
Who becomes Tom Brady? Who becomes Peyton Manning?
Well, I think Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady. People know how I feel about
Get
that.
out of here. Come on, man.
People
Just
know how I
answer the
feel about
question.
that. People know how I feel about that. I mean, when you brought him in, I think he's better. So, all right, but I get what you're saying. The Brady Manning comparison thing. So, okay, when you ask the question, you was like, who would win more Super Bowls, or who would win more Super Bowls,
Legacy
or
wise, who legacy wise, when it's all said and done, who will you be looking at as this guy's the greatest of all time, or this guy is next up to the greatest of all time? Because they both of them are both nice careers to have.
how many
As a quarterback.
MVPs did how many league MVPs did Tom Brady win?
I think 4, but let me be sure on that.
I know Peyton won 5 league MVPs. I know Peyton Manning won 5 league MVPs.
He won 3,
So Tom Brady won 3 league MVPs.
5 Super Bowl MVPs,
Man.
2 Offensive Player of the Year, 1 Comeback Player.
If
of
I
the
had to
Year.
pick between the two, I think Jordan Love may be more Tom Brady. And I think CJ Stroud might be more Peyton Manning. In that degree. Man, that's tough because that's, I don't really like comparisons, but you do them sometimes. Yeah, I would probably have to go. Man, that's tough, man. I'm just gonna make it Bryce Young. Bryce Young. That's it. That's all I can say.
What?
Bryce Young, baby. Bryce Young.
Where did that come from?
I inserted it into the conversation. I inserted Bryce Young into the conversation. I inserted Bryce Young into the conversation. Bryce Young. Bryce Young.
Wow.
Bryce Young will lead the Carolina Panthers. He will lead the Carolina Panthers to greatness. That's what Bryce Young will do. He will lead us to greatness. Bryce Young, baby. Woo! Let's go.
When are you gonna jump out that bus?
I'm not.
What does he have to do for you to
not.
jump out that bus?
Bruh, I'm telling you, bro. How we making this 7? I did make this 7 about Bryce Young, but dang, dog. Here's the thing, though. Bryce Young had he had some people behind him that were not all in on him. Once he get the folks that's behind him that's all in, it's gonna be him.
What's the only people?
Hey, that's all you need, baby. You need one or more. What they say, if 2 or 3 people gathered in the Lord's name, he gonna be there. Hey, guess what?
Hey,
I'm there.
Hey, Owner and Bubba both called all three of y'all got on three-way that night. Be like, yeah, what y'all think about taking Bryce Young? Man, that's the decision right there.
Bruh, Bryce Young. I'm telling y'all, man, Bryce Young that deal. Bryce Young for real, man. He just he didn't have. I'm gonna talk about this. He didn't have the organization or the system around him to make him successful this year. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully they hired the right guy, and it does happen next year. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but go ahead.
I told you that though. When you put, I said, bro,
I'm a fan of the Panthers, so I'm trying to hype them up. I'm trying to hype myself up for the season. Man. What you talking about? Got to be more careful.
Y'all got my boy Derrick Brown over there.
Speaking of Derrick Brown, what he had 101 tackles, the most by a defensive lineman in the season. Congratulations to Bryce Young. Derrick Brown. Congratulations to Derrick Brown, man. Hold that record.
Wasting away over there.
He's not. He's a future Hall of Famer. That's what he is.
Get him a coach. Get him a quarterback. Get him a receiver.
Bill Belichick in Carolina with Bryce Young. Ooh.
Hey, that might be what he needs though. Ooh. Alabama quarterback with an Alabama-minded coach.
Hey, if Carolina get Bill Belichick, I'm buying season tickets. I'm telling you that right now, and I live in Alabama. I won't buy season tickets.
Would you go to every game?
I definitely will find a way to be there. I will find me a direct flight to Charlotte, North Carolina from Mobile every time to go watch that. But it is what it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Oh, man, that's it, man. Y'all already know what's coming up. We done got it through the first 3 quarters. And you know what time it is. Because we ready. We ready. We ready for y'all.
We have now arrived at the fourth quarter.
Man, we in the fourth quarter right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. We in the fourth quarter. Nick Saban said bye-bye. ... Almost. Marcus, what are your reflections? What are your thoughts on what some consider the greatest college coach of all time, almost leaving the University of Alabama? What are your thoughts on that?
Almost. I was under the impression he left.
That man still got an office in the stadium. And Kalen DeBoer, in his introductory press conference, said Nick Saban will have 100% access to the program.
If that's the case, what are we doing here? But man, it seemed like he want to coach behind the scenes. That's what it sounds like.
Man,
that's the case.
First off, I'm gonna say this: Nick Saban is the greatest college football coach ever.
Well, he ducking. If that's the case, bro, he ducking something.
I don't know. I think I had this conversation over on Sharpshooters podcast on the episode last week. Shout out to B Sharp, Arlon DeHaven, and all those guys over at the Sharpshooters podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm on their neck too. Buffalo won. B Sharp, I'm on your neck, buddy. You and your homeboy, homie. I'm gonna be on your show next. Buffalo won. I'm on your neck. Everybody gonna get it. Nick, I'm on your neck too.
Bro, I picked the Bills. What are you talking about?
Nah, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the earlier argument when I won. I'm on y'all neck.
We'll let you think that. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus won an early argument. Let him think that. Okay, anyway.
Let him think that. That happened.
Let him think that.
Happened.
But no, what I was saying was, this is what I was saying. I was saying that Nick Saban is the greatest college football coach of all time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He has, but I think greatest is very subjective. But
why you say that, Nick?
Because it is. You can say anything is great, and that's subjective.
Saying, but like, why it's subjective. Like pertaining to Nick though?
I mean, some people might not. Some people may think Woody Hayes is the greatest coach of all time. Some people may think Bear Bryant is the greatest coach of all time. Some people may think Barry Switzer. Well, you can't put Barry Switzer. You know, people may think otherwise. I mean, it's subjective. So what people think is think.
It can be.
You know, it is what it is.
I understand what you're saying.
But the thing about it is Nick Saban was a great defense. I'm like the man is gone, but the man is still alive. He's a great defensive mind. He did a really good job of taking away. He did a really good job of taking away what you did best on offense. That's what Nick Saban did. Really great job of doing that. But I do feel as if I remember he did an interview with Reese Davis with ESPN, and they asked him the question of the new era of NIL. Did that have anything to do with your decision? Because it was reported that the day of that he made the decision, he was interviewing people for the wide receiver coach position at Alabama. And you were still recruiting. Does that sound like somebody that was really trying to retire? Or is the story that we're being told something that was I'm not gonna say made up, but that was something that was manufactured. Well, that's still the same thing as made up, but that was something that I'm gonna say that was manufactured for us to believe in the media to make it seem as if something else is going on.
Hey, I kind of believe what you're going at. I like your angle, Nick, because it has been reported that their recruit Ryan Williams is deciding to recommit.
Yeah, I always thought Ryan Williams was never coming to Auburn. All these people that was this freeze 5 thing with Ryan Williams coming. I was always under the impression that he was never coming to Auburn. I always thought that he just knew Ryan Williams just knows how to market and knows how to keep the attention on him for a little bit, so people can understand. And it's not a bad. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I just always felt as if he was enjoying the recruitment. He's a young dude. He's enjoying where he wants to go and seeing all these schools, and he's gonna figure out where you want to go. But I will say this. It's weird to me that, and I just stated it. You're planning for the next season. You interviewing coaches for a vacant position on your staff. You did buy a house in Jupiter, Florida, right next to Tiger and all them. Where everybody know.
Why you keep bringing that up?
Because at the beginning of the season, he did buy a house. Florida. Most people feel like Florida is a no income state, no state income tax. A lot of people retire to Florida and stuff like that. Retirement. So, and I personally thought that Nick Saban would do this either next season or the year after. I thought he had 2 good seasons left in him. That's what I thought.
I agree.
That's what I thought. And then you just signed.
I knew it wasn't gonna be another run.
No. I knew it wasn't gonna be another 5, 6, 7 years. I knew that for a fact.
I knew it wasn't gonna be another run.
But then when you listen to him talk in the interview, he says people are asking you, can you commit another 3, 4, 5 years to doing the job? But then in 2022, you just signed an 8-year extension at Alabama worth almost $90-some million. If this was something you was thinking about a year and a half, 2 years ago, why sign the extension? Why not do a year? Why not do a 3-year extension or do a 2-year extension and then have it end this year? But you do an 8-year extension all the way through to 2028, 2030, excuse me. Some about it just seems off to me a little bit. It seems off. Now he could have literally been in the back of his mind debating on if I want to stay, if I want to go and stuff like that. He could have been doing that. He could have. There's nothing to it. But it's just like little things that I look back on and I'm like, you signed an extension literally a year and a half ago for $8 million for almost $90-some million. You're still working as if you are you plan on being the coach next season. There were really no signs. The only sign that you can think of is just him buying a house in Florida. But he already had another house in Florida. But my thing is, it just wasn't no signs. This is kind of like almost an abrupt type thing. It's not surprising, but it's shocking at the time that it happened. So hopefully, I hope all is well with Coach Saban, because I think Coach Saban is a great guy. I just don't like the University of Alabama. But hopefully all is well with them. And I hope that there is nothing nefarious behind the scenes going on to where they're trying to push him out the door before he was ready to go. And I don't want to say that's what's going on, and I don't want to say that's what they're doing, but it just feels like something ain't right.
I think if that was the case, they would have had a solidified backup plan.
They
They
did.
called too many coaches.
They
They
ain't called it.
called they
They didn't call that many
they
coaches.
called Lane.
They didn't call Lane.
They did.
No, they didn't.
You heard the video.
They did not call
So the
Lane.
voice. So the video that surfaced is fake.
That was AI. That was AI.
Oh, okay. Okay? Has that been reported?
That's AI. That was AI. The only names this now what is report what is fact? What is fact? These are the names. These are the names that for sure were interviewed. Well, not interviewed, but were mentioned. Dan Lanning, but Dan Lanning came out the next day. The reason why I took Dan Lanning so long, and the reason why I took him so long to say he wasn't taking a job, it really took him like almost a day to say he wasn't taking a job. I think he actually listened to an offer, but I think he said, "Nah, I got so much going on here at Oregon. I'm gonna stay at Oregon. It's fine." And plus, Oregon moved to the Big Ten as well. Mike Norvell, Kalen DeBoer, Mike Norvell, Kalen DeBoer, who they ended up hiring, and I think they gave Steve Sarkisian a look. Anybody other than that, I don't think really got like a real look or they really talked to. I think those 4 people are the 4 people that they actually looked at. Seriously. To actually to go in.
Was that confirmed though? That was AI?
No, that's confirmed. I mean, what report are you talking about that they actually called Lane Kiffin and asked Lane Kiffin if he wanted a job? Because if they did, Lane Kiffin would have left Ole Miss faster than he did Tennessee.
It was a video call. I mean, like it was a video on Twitter that surfaced about with Lane Kiffin talking in the background.
I need to go see that video. I need to see that video. If he
I'll send it
did,
to you.
yeah, send that to me. If he did, that's amazing. That's amazing. If they did, wow, and he didn't take the job, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. I'm with you.
That's interesting.
I'm with you.
And Lane Kiffin didn't take the Alabama job.
That's interesting. I thought the same thing. I was like, bro, you offered the Lane. You know he ain't loyal. He ain't never been a loyal.
That's what I'm saying. He would have left there as quick as he did. He would have left there faster than Tennessee.
But when I seen the video and I heard him say that, I was like, he must feel like, oh, Miss got something.
I don't know.
He ain't never been loyal. You know, he Alabama, his dreams. But shoot, from the reports, they said Washington coach did the same thing. He didn't say goodbye or nothing. He just dipped.
He just dipped. That's what the players said. I saw that report. I saw that report. The players was like, we didn't even know. They like, we didn't even know. He didn't even say nothing to us. He just left.
He was gone.
What? That's what. And the funny part about it is, though, Will Rogers, who's the quarterback at Mississippi State, committed to Washington in the transfer portal. He committed to Washington. And then, well, you know, once the coach leaves, you have 30 days to enter the transfer. He entered the transfer portal again. So apparently he may be headed to Alabama. Will Rogers may be, which will be interesting to watch and see. Oh, man, that's funny, man. That is funny, man. That's funny. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. That was fun. Marcus, how you feeling?
It was a fun episode, bro.
That was a fun episode, man. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Hey, man, stick around because we getting ready to head to the post game.
It's time to shut down in the post game.
Yo, we in the post game right now, ladies and gentlemen, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Yeah, Marcus, I need you to send me that video of Lane Kiffin saying he don't want to go to Alabama. That's wild.
I definitely will, bro. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that's a deep fake. They deep faking that thing. They deep faking it. I don't think Lane Kiffin said no. I don't know. I just know the people that were reported or a lot of Jimmy Sexton agents, and a lot of those guys were guys that were up for contract extensions anyway. So we're gonna see what happened with that. But Bill Belichick in Atlanta, bruh.
I'm enough for it. If they're gonna make him, if he comes to a ski game, I'm lit.
Bill Belichick in Atlanta. In Atlanta. Hey, imagine Bill Belichick in like a 2 Chainz video. But that'd be hilarious, bro. Bill Belichick in a 2 Chainz video, bro.
Man,
crazy, bro. Crazy. It's gonna be funny as I don't know what. Bill Belichick in a 2 Chainz video with 2 Chainz on. Oh,
bro, hilarious,
with the cutoff hoodie. With the cutoff hoodie. Like he just come out the background with the cutoff hoodie on, with the hood on, with 2 chains hanging off, and then like his face lift up, and then it's just Bill Belichick face showing, and like red and black with Falcons gear on. Oh my God, bro, that'll be funny as I don't know what, man. That'll be amazing. In other news, Tiger Woods. I know this is kind of awful what we normally talk about, but Tiger Woods is no longer a Nike guy anymore.
He not with Nike?
Nope, not with Nike no more. Tiger Woods has ended his 27-year partnership with Nike, man. 27 years. And now we're trying to figure out where he's going. We don't know where he's going. It is what it is. Yeah, I just got it. I got it. Bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark just sent me the video. Y'all may hear this. I need to hear this because this will be the first time I hear this. If this is true, let's see. Let's see.
Because honestly, it's ridiculous. Jim, this shit happens every year. It happens every year, and I tell it. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. I'm happy in Oxford. My family's happy in Oxford. I'm happy here. I have no desire to go to Alabama. I have no desire to go anywhere else in the country. We got the best transfer class in the country coming in, returning quarterback. I have absolutely everything I need right here to win right now. I'm not going, because honestly, it's ridiculous. Jim, this shit happens every year.
They don't even sound like Lane Kiffin, bruh. They don't even sound like Lane Kiffin, bruh. Who was that? What was that? What was that? 4th and what? Truth? Is that the yeah?
I'm just
I don't
asking.
even, I don't tell them we got the best.
I'm asking. You
got the
know
best
before me.
We got the best. We got the best everything here in Oxford. And then that don't even sound right. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Turning down the Alabama job. They probably turned him down. That's probably why he mad. That sound more like somebody that sound more like Alabama didn't want him. That's what it sound like. But
Hey, the thing about it, because I'm under the impression of you, bro. They offer. I just thought Lane would go around.
Of course.
So,
when has Lane, like you said, when has Lane ever been loyal to a school? Never.
He never been loyal, bro.
Never been loyal to a school. That's why that don't even sound like Lane Kiffin, bro. That's what it sounds. That don't even sound like him, man. Oh my God, bro. That is funny. Bro. That is hilarious. That ain't Kiffin, man. That ain't Kiffin, bro. That sounds like somebody else that's, I don't know. I got to do some more investigation about that. That's interesting. But that's interesting,
bro. I'm just asking.
That's interesting right now.
I'm just asking. Hey, look, I've seen it, and I just, if it's confirmed AI,
They got to be AI. They got to be AI. Because, because you got to think about it, though. And shout out to Tight Sports for reminding me of this. Kiffin got fired before the national championship game at Alabama for doing something that we still don't know what he did. And that's when Sarkisian had to step in to be the OC. Y'all don't remember that?
Like, Kiffin always doing something.
He got fired. And then they were like, let's go hire the guy we fired before the national championship game. That don't even sound right, bro. That ain't Kiffin, bro. That can't be Kiffin. Bro.
I forgot about that.
That can't be Kiffin, bro. That cannot be Kiffin. Got to be more careful, man. That's funny. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to give out the award that everybody loves, but the person that get it, or persons that gets it, they hate it.
Give it up for the Water Boy Award.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Marcus, who you giving this week's Water Boy Award to, boss man?
Man, I'm giving this week's Water Boy Award to the new Florida State quarterback, DJ Uji. How you say it last name, Nick?
Uyungale.
Ungalungale.
That's definitely not right, but go ahead.
I'm sorry, but his decisions in life ain't right.
Oh God.
He gets the Water Boy Award because he transferred from Clemson. Then he transferred to Oregon State. And then not only did he transfer from Oregon State, he transferred one more time to Florida State.
He trying to
And
get
the
the best
reason
opportunity.
why, the reason why he gets the Water Boy Award is the horrible timing he transferred. He chased opportunity, and they got put on probation.
Oh man, bro, that's
Right place, wrong time.
wait. Time out.
Right place, wrong time.
That man legit transferred to the point to where they got put on a 2-year probation, but they can still participate in postseason play though. They just lost some scholarships from what I think.
Right.
Got to be more careful.
Wrong time. And for that, Nick, please call my boy DJ Uncle Malone.
Wow.
Come on, sip of that good glass. Right place, wrong.
Got to be more careful, DJ Uyungle. Oh man. Boy, you ain't lying. Right place, wrong time. Got to be more careful. Wow. Funny as I don't know what, man. Maybe they'll make it work with less. Maybe we'll see.
Stop it.
We'll see what happens. They'll make it work with less. Let's go.
Then they coach that lead too.
No, Mike Norvell's still there. He ain't going nowhere.
I thought he said he was gone.
Man, that man ain't going nowhere. Mike Norvell again. He just got an extension. That's what it is. Florida State just gave him an extension.
That was in the news about him. You believe he getting an extension one?
Yeah, that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast. We enjoy coming on here every Wednesday, giving our perspective on sports while we sit around the water cooler. We thank y'all so much for riding with us, man. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. Marcus, tell the people what you got to say to them before we get up out of here, boss.
Man, you know my same usual spiel, man. Shout out who I shout out, man. We out here, baby. Shout out home team.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the 4-6, Macon County, Tuskegee, man. Shout out to BTW. Shout out to the University of South Alabama for giving me my degree. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody that messed with the Water Cooler Talk podcast. We thank y'all so much for being a part of the Water Cooler Talk family, man. We appreciate it. We trying to get big and we trying to get better. So it's always great that y'all come in and that y'all always listen to us and that y'all always love. And y'all give y'all feedback. So we thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all, before we get up out of here, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all like and share this video using the hashtag WCTPod, man. Make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok. Getting the engagement. You're just not hitting that follow button. Make sure y'all do that at Water Cooler Talk, at the Water Cooler Talk on Instagram and TikTok. If you're still on Twitter, follow us at the Coolest Pod 23 and on Facebook. Follow our Facebook page at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook, man. And if you listen to us on the audio version, man, make sure that you're liking, rating the podcast on the audio version on the podcast player you're listening to. It just helps us move up in the rankings, man. We trying to be great, man. We thank y'all so much. Marcus, anything else before we get up out of here, boss?
Hey, y'all be blessed, man. Have a good one.
Yes, y'all know what I do before we get up out of here, man. Y'all have a good one. No, better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. One love.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Water Cooler Talk. Make sure to follow us on our socials on Instagram and TikTok at Water Cooler Talk and on YouTube at The Coolest Pod 23. Also, make sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast player so that you never miss an episode.